Hey YouTube, Prep for Life. I wanted to do a quick video on wood processing. These two right here, these are two tools that I never go camping without. Even if I'm backpacking in, I know the axe seems a little bit much. It's a Fiskars X15. It's just the right length, and of course the handle is hollow, so it's light enough to carry. The main weight is right there in the head of the axe. I actually just slip this down in the side of my pack, and it tends to be fine, again, because I'm a larger individual, so it's not that hard to lug it. The other thing on the right here is my Sven Saw, and you can see it's got some use. I actually put some sport tape around the handle just so in colder weather it wasn't biting cold there with the metal. But these things are invaluable as far as preparing wood, going and just getting yourself a little bit of wood to work with as you try to keep warm. So let me show you how they both work. Now first off, let's lay the axe aside. The Sven Saw, super simple. All it is just basically packs up like a stick. You unscrew this little wing nut. Can I get that out of the way? But make sure, guys, not to lose that wing nut. Don't let it drop on the ground, especially if you're snow camping. You lose that, the saw won't work. It's your tensioner. So we go ahead and pull that out. You'll notice the blade just fits right inside. And I get a little got a little mud in there from last time. So what you do is you actually pass this through here. You'll notice there's a little slot right there, real simple, and this up here is notched, so it knows where to stop. Totally fine. At the same time, you have to pass this bolt right through the eye. It comes out the back, and then as you tension, the blade's going to kind of go into that slit a little bit. So this is where we put our bolt back on. This thing is super light. So again, you're going to keep tensioning until that blade starts passing into that slot. There we go. And now it kind of comes to a point where you really can't go anymore. Now it's a very tight blade. You're very sure-footed. Now some people like to grab it down here to saw. Personally, I like to get higher because I want my hand out of the way of the wood. Okay, and that's how we're going to process. So you can take a longer piece. Like this would be a little bit too long for the saw. I'm sorry, for the stove, the seek outside. So I'm going to cut it right here about in the middle. And this thing just eats right through the wood. Let me get it. If you can actually be smart enough to get it started. That's it. Okay, that thing is awesome. All right, so we got Whiskey Tango. He's gonna give it a shot. It's not bad, right?
Not bad
for hand sawing.
Not bad at all.
We're gonna go ahead and try a bigger piece because obviously that was smaller. Let's process this one right here. So that's a good size log. I don't know that I'd be doing much bigger than this in my stove. So again, just nice, long, smooth strokes. So that's why I like to grab it. I mean, you get more tension the lower you get. I just don't want to get my knuckles in the way there. I should have used smaller logs. But I'm trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to be real with you, okay? That's what you're going to run into. If you're grabbing bigger pieces of wood, you're probably better off with a chainsaw. But look at that. That's a clean cut. And this blade is not brand new. This has been used several times. So the fact that this weighs I don't know, that's got to be a pound maybe. I'll get the real weight and throw it on the screen here for you. But this is fantastic, okay? The other piece is the axe. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down. These Fiskars are amazing. Now Gerber started selling their line of hatchets and axes. It's a Fiskar. I mean, it's the exact same thing. Hollow handle, that throws some people. They kind of don't like how it's off balance, right? So your middle of balance is like right there because you got a heavy axe head, empty handle. But I feel like, especially with this length, I can get some good chop. It's not like a little hatchet. If I were just, you know, using little pieces, which is okay, I could just baton it using the BK2, right? But it takes some time to baton, and you know, if that's all I had, that's still great. But this thing, it's great, right? Like, it just swings right down. The weight of that axe head just makes it awesome. Yeah, that's perfect. So, and then when I start getting down to the smaller pieces, you guys have probably seen this on my other videos. I kind of dig it where I want, and I start slamming. See? And that's when you just choke it up nice and high. So the thing with this blade is, I'm going to get kind of nice and close. It's a wedge. There's a lot of axes and hatchets out there that are a lot thinner. This thing's made for splitting. There are some that are actually wider, right? This is kind of a mid-grade blade, mid-grade head. I wanted something that could still do some chopping. If I had to, you know, chop one of these in half, lengthwise, I still wanted to be able to do that really well and effectively, but that head, that wedge, is just gonna let you split them, no problem, right? So simple, guys. It doesn't get easier than that. You find some good, fine, dryish wood, and this thing's just going to take care of you. I mean, even without getting a distance, look at how it just splits that. I still think, now, and a lot of you might disagree with me, I still think that lugging the extra weight is worth it on this axe, just because of what you get in chopping. Finding is that this axe is even beautiful for chopping them in half too. So obviously with the wood stoves, you have to be careful with the length. You have to make sure that you don't have pieces that are too big. Normally these are pieces that I would just saw with the Sven Saw, but that axe is just, it's a beast. You give it a couple hacks, let's chop them right in half.